Good afternoon. Let me make sure my audio is on my microphone. Okay. Yesterday, I was in my classes and it was like, they're like, why do you sound so far away? Like, I don't know. Can you hear me? Hello? 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 We're doing coffee today because I quit vaping late night 2 nights ago. Not last night, but the night before. So, good afternoon, Siren. Oh, thank you, Trisha. Yeah, I have fun with them. Go over to ChatGPT and I say, hey, ChatGPT, this is the title of my live stream. Make something fun for it and throw some shade and some petty on it too. Thank you. Appreciate it. So here we are. And so I thought, since people like to, put their beliefs onto me and stuff like that, I thought that I would explain mine and why I think some of you are pieces of trash, whether you're breathing or not. All right. It seemed to stir the pot that, I don't remember who it was. Was it Larry? Somebody, I think Sarah shared that it was somebody, or maybe it was Marie, shared that, somebody in my chat had brought up CJ the other day. CJ was a horrible person. I don't give a damn what you think. Go look at her channel and see what she has to say about my personal life and all of that kind of stuff. I don't care if she's here or not. So I will explain to you my spiritual beliefs on death, karma, and all of that shit. Because all of you put your beliefs onto me. And no, I have a very strong faith in what happens to us after we die. And I don't believe in an eternal hell. I believe that if you're just a lost soul and you don't learn very quickly and you don't get wise or learn your lesson, then you are just repeatedly thrown into reincarnation repeatedly until you possibly learn your lesson over time. That's why there's a lot of old souls in this world, and I'm one of them. Because I'm a very wise motherfucker. I truly am. But what I will say is, obviously, I'm here for a reason, because God put me back on the earth to learn something. And that's great. That's what consequence is there for. Karma. Nobody, in my personal opinion or belief, is eternally punished. That's just not what I believe, but I do believe in punishment and all that kind of stuff. Hey, Fancy. There's your one chance, Fancy. Don't let me down. Sorry. Hey, Larry. Hey, Baker Chick. How you doing? Didn't CJ fake SH, I think, after the St. Jude scam? She absolutely did. In case you guys are wondering, I'm glad you brought that up. Grab your coffee, grab whatever it is, grab your tea, and pull up a seat, because I got something big time to say about that. Because as of recent, lots of people care. What is the number one thing that really aggravates people on here? If you talk or go after children or hurt them or animals. Saw a lot of people wishing a lot of horrible things on Jess K, including death as of recently. Country Joe scammed people, took money, and said that she donated it to St. Jude's, which is a hospital for lots of dying children, for children. She pocketed that shit. She got caught. She got exposed. And so instead of saying sorry, she made a fake receipt and showed everybody on her stream. And then she got busted again. So then finally she made a donation to St. Jude. So this is somebody that they're like, she's an angel. She's looking down upon us right now. Really? What do you guys think of Adolf Hitler? Is he looking down on us too? And yes, the comparison there is just uncanny. So gather around.
No chance, no dance, no chance, no dance, no chance. Give me second chances.
That's so cool!
I won! Yay! Ow! Ow!
Hey, Marie. Hey, Blues Girl. Hey, Jamie May. So basically, I cannot stand, and this is based on my spirituality and beliefs, when people are like, that person's not here to defend themselves, but well, good. They finally shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. My God, they had the biggest fucking mouth while they were here digging into people's lives, their personal situations. They'd gone real life on plenty of people. They'd lied, they scammed. Shitty fucking human being. Which I'm guessing has been reincarnated into something that hopefully they learn their lesson over time. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And especially when you're witnessing people saying, oh, I hope Jess K gets punished and starved and stuff. It's like, wait, you guys are the same people saying, don't talk about CJ. Fuck you. Yeah, what Jess K did is fucked up and she does deserve whatever punishment coming her way. But fuck you. So let me ask you, just as a community that supports each other and loves each other and always finds the good in everybody, and nobody should ever speak down upon the deceased because they're not here to defend themselves. Okay. What did you think of Adolf Hitler? What's the first word that comes to mind? Anyone? Dictator, monster, evil, violent, careless, heartless. There's a lot of words that come to mind. What else? Anybody? Just randomly, when you think of Hitler, what do you think of? Roses, sunshine, and flowers, or do you think of burn houses? Or is it a mix of both? Because, there's good in everybody, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're just going to overlook the bad. And he was a saint, right? Was he? I'm sure these people would probably say that. And yeah, I am comparing CJ and Hitler. Absolutely. Yes. Like I said, just go take a look at her channel. That's all you need to fucking know. So do you think that death automatically makes someone deserve respect? Even if they're a terrible person? You guys think that? Oh, you think he was an artist? Oh, wait, that was Vlad Tepes, the real Dracula. Didn't he put heads on sticks? It's like the art of his murdering sprees and stuff like that. Siren says, I stopped counting the number of times that CJ flipped on me after 6. God knows how many times. And the thing is, there's a lot that she flipped very often. So she just so happened to be in that crowd of people that are they're such good friends. She was such a saint. No, they all fucking did terrible shit to each other. Now all of a sudden, she was the best. She's our angel. She's too heavy to be a fucking angel. Sorry to burst your bubble, Glenda. But she's too fucking heavy and evil. Okay? We mustn't speak. That is the most, I know, Larry, that is the most bullshit fucking thing I have ever heard in my life, especially when that person's channel still has homophobic shit up about me, about my personal life, making fun of the addictions that I went through. Well, isn't that funny how karma works out? She actually, what was it I was saying a while back? If you look at her last stream, she was wishing death upon me. I forget the way that she worded it, but that was one of the last things she ever fucking said. Very interesting. I think it was something about ODing or something like that. Anyone remember? But I'm disgusting, and I'm just supposed to, let it go. I don't give a fuck. So these people that are sitting here and they're just like, she was wonderful. And oh my God, did you hear what he said? Yeah, go look at her channel, what she said about not only me, but many fucking people. God is dealing with her right now. And I don't think it's floating around in heaven somewhere. I think reincarnation is real. That is part of my beliefs. For all we know, she's a piece of dandruff on Granny Fanny's fucking dick. Hey, Pink. Love you. Oh, Hitler tried getting into art school before the military. my God, good for him. I wish he would have pursued that. You know, he kind of went down the wrong route, the wrong road. And that tends to happen, you know, to people. He really went astray, you know. Good guy, though. Good guy. The ones defending her now are the same ones who she dragged not too long ago, and vice versa. Pocket sand. I'm not saying, it's so strange to me, you know, people's faith, like whatever, your religion, you believe in your beliefs, everybody's entitled to theirs. And it is, as a very, very confident, strong, spiritual person who's extremely comfortable and satisfied in my relationship with God and my spirituality and just the beauty of learning new knowledge from God and from my actions and from karma and all of that every day. I will say that I truly do look down on people because they've got such a long way to go when it comes to spiritual growth and spiritual wisdom, spiritual maturity. When people, and we were talking about this actually in one of my classes yesterday about grief and death. And I was like, I don't get sad when people die. I just bluntly said that because it's true, because it is you're sad because their physical presence and interaction isn't physically there. But my faith is so far beyond that, that I know that something beautiful is happening to their soul, whether it's being reincarnated to go learn something else somewhere else and explore in their wisdom, or that they finally made it to the final place of rest, which I believe is heaven. But I don't believe we get into heaven until we are at that level of wisdom to coexist there, that level of wisdom to not be hateful, to have self-control, to have all of those things. And we're spiritually perfecting ourselves until we get there. That is my belief. I don't think heaven is just floating around because people say, I believe Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins, but I'm going to go sit in my recliner and be gluttonous as hell and stuff my face with big gulps and honey mustard and drag people and be a gluttonous pig, but I'm going to heaven. Yes. No. That's not the way it works. You have to perfect your soul. And that's why I'm so kid-like and playful, because life is not to be taken too seriously. You're on your own spiritual journey. You're supposed to enjoy your life. And if you mess up, then you learn along the way. And it's just so ignorant to me that I see people, oh my God, don't talk about them. Go fuck yourself. They talked about me. I don't give a fuck where they are now, who they are, what happened to them. They're terrible fucking people. However, I do believe that whatever in the afterlife, or that they are reincarnated into or whatever, will eventually teach them. I believe that anyone and everyone can change, whether it's in this lifetime or maybe you got to be reincarnated into a cockroach and be chased down with a whole fucking can of Raid and a really hot, sweaty, Terminator man, exterminator, to learn your lesson in certain things. Noodle Mash, I'm looking at you, honey. That's probably going to be your next life, because you do that to people physically and then you learn your lesson in your next life. So she'll probably come back as a cockroach. At least she'll have more teeth. So cute. It's just so cute. Just want to squeeze her cheeks. Noodle said, leave the dead alone. If you can't have respect for the deceased, at least try to have some for those left behind and for yourselves. Noodle, leave the living alone. I'm really glad you said that, because when somebody passes away, again, this is my faith and my beliefs, they see things for what it is. And if they need to go down and learn something else, then that's where they are headed. None of this shit matters when you cross over, or when you're being spiritually awakened. None of this shit fucking matters. You know what does matter? Just like what Zombugly said. What matters is people that are living and breathing and that still have feelings. And you guys who are sitting there, preaching about Country Joe and she's just the best, and we're supposed to respect your feelings. Meanwhile, you're currently trying to ruin and destroy people's fucking lives. Let me tell you something that Noodle Mash supports, just to give you an example. Noodle Mash is a strong advocate and supporter of Granny Tranny. And what she does for Granny Tranny is, she goes in there, she supports him. He's amazing. He's such a good person. He speaks up for people. No, he white knights for cunts is what he does. And you're one of them, Noodle. But Noodle Mash supports that Granny Fanny says, you know what you need to do, guys? Don't go after the person that makes you mad. He'll say it specifically about somebody like Machete or Cole. He'll say, don't go after them. Go in their comments and start harassing their followers and start doxing them and going after them. Well, what's the difference of going after Country Joe then, bitch? She came personally after me. But Noodle Mash supports that. Prove me wrong. Change my mind. You're not going to. She does support going after people's followers. But what will she do when she walks in? Well, sorry. Let me correct myself. Rewind. Back it up. She doesn't walk into a court of law. She tacks a blanket, a filthy, dirty blanket that has her husband's semen all over it when he masturbates to gay porn. And that's not washed. And she puts it up behind her. And then she goes to online court and says, oh my God, people are harassing me. The followers of Mrs. Portland and other people. Well, that's exactly what you and Granny Fanny do, honey. What's the problem? Besides, you don't know how to fucking wash your blankets correctly or satisfy your husband sexually. You guys ever seen that episode of Will and Grace? It's an episode where Will has a crush on this guy who works at a conversion camp with his wife. And the guy's an ex-gay guy, and the woman, the lesbian, who's his wife, is an ex-lesbian, but she keeps a shock collar on her husband. So every time he flirts with Will, she shocks him. That reminds me of Noodle and her husband. Hey, Pandora. Exactly. Respect isn't given, it's earned. And CJ did nothing to earn my respect ever. Her legacy will be trash. That is what it is. Those are the facts. Deal with it. I see no reason to hold extra respect for people who hold no respect towards us. Like I said, just go look at her channel. It's still there until somebody strikes it down and she can't counterclaim it. There's a lot of content on that channel where she's using to trash other fucking people and stealing content. You thought Noodle Mash was a part of the LGBT community, and yet she supports Granny Fanny, who has said many racist, bigoted things. Exactly, which is a continuous receipt. The queen of receipts is supposedly Noodle Mash. Her actions are fucking receipts. So absolutely, I do agree that Noodle Mash is the queen of receipts because her actions are just simply receipts all in themselves, which prove continuously her to be the piece of shit that she is. Questions? We gave them way more than the usual 30 days, even though we didn't really need to, based on how they and CJ behaved. Yeah, fuck that. You triggered Noodle Mash, by the way, Siren, with your 30-day grieving thing. No, there's no day grieving for me. No, none. Did she give me any days to grieve when I was hit rock bottom and was at the lowest of the low in my addiction and got arrested and lost my home and I was being cheated on and lost everything in my life, all my pets? Did CJ give me time to grieve or breathe? Hell no. That bitch put my fucking mugshot up. That bitch fucking trashed me every which way, fucked me up my ass in every fucking orifice. Fuck her. And anybody that supports her, you're just as shitty. And you will see. What did I tell you long ago? First of all, I predicted her death because my intuition is very strong, especially the more sober I stay, it's very strong. I already know that God has got my back. And no matter what I go through in life, he watches out for me. But another part of my belief, and this is a part of the Bible that I do agree with and does make sense, but I believe this is in any belief or Bible. You will watch your enemies fall before you. Do not worry about getting your revenge on people. Do not worry about spiting people, doing evil things, which is something that I struggled with. And I always watch God have my back, protect me, and watch the evil ones fucking fall. Sue me. That is why my faith is so fucking strong. And that goes along with my own actions too. When I fuck up, it is a blessing when God gives me the karma that I need to correct my behavior, to correct myself. That is a part of my beliefs. You guys school me on your beliefs all the time and what you think I'm supposed to believe, or based on, oh, this is in the Bible. Well, I don't go by your Bible. So fuck you. Shut up. I'm telling you what my beliefs are. So what about this? Can somebody do a few good things and still be remembered as a monster? I'm sure Hitler had some close friends. And by the way, thank you, Trisha, for being a member for 33 months. Hitler probably had friends, probably had, his drug dealers and all that shit. I'm sure a lot of people saw good in whoever. That does not change the fact of how somebody has treated you poorly. And save your bullshit with that they're not here to say something good. I'm glad they finally shut the fuck up. Now they're dealing with God, not me. I don't give a fuck. And every single person that I see specifically speaking up about CJ this, CJ that, they're all just as vile or worse. Instigating, they poke the bear. They love to stir up and make people triggered or angry to the point where they snap and they can clip them. And CJ was one of them. Granny Fanny, you're one of them. Amy, you're one of them. All of you are. You're all worthless fucking pieces of shit, which, thank you, God, one day you're going to have to face God your fucking self. And that's how it is. I'm going to have to face God. You're going to have to. And whatever happens after that, whether you're going to explore a new life or you've finally made it to heaven, you're going to fucking have to deal with them. And based on how you instigate and where problems begin, a lot of people will say about me, oh, Robbie says the most vile things and stuff. Yeah, but I know, and God knows, my truth and the truth. And the truth is, people instigate out of fucking nowhere when I truly do try to be a very nice person. I love to get along with people. I love to joke with people. I love to have fun. That is a part of my character. And when you continuously abuse that, walk all over it, cross those boundaries, well, God is watching you, cunt. And when you're poking and you go low and you take advantage of vulnerable moments of somebody like myself who does show myself completely to people, well, God sees you behind that avatar, cunt. And guess what? He saw CJ behind that fucking avatar and he got that bitch. Love you, Gladys. She got. Okay? I think the Napster would be reincarnated as a tapeworm in a cat's bum. You never know. But here is the good news, folks, and the beauty of death, the beauty of karma, the beauty of the cycle of life and all of that is it's never over. And it is an eternity of knowledge and building. But there are some people, and I don't know if you guys have ever met somebody like this, but I'm incredibly intuitive. I'll meet people and they are old souls. Like you could tell they've just been around for a long time. They're an old soul, but they're fucking idiots. You guys know what I'm talking about? There's old souls that are full of wisdom and like beauty. And you're like, God, I just feel so connected to you. And I feel comfortable around you. And like I could learn a lot. But then there's those old fucking souls that are complete pieces of shit, fucking idiots. Those are the ones that stick around for a long time, reincarnating over and over and over and over again because they never fucking learn shit. They're idiots. I believe CJ was one of those dumb bitches. Hey, Thea, I'm back to 2 days vape free. I started again when my mother came to town because I got stressed. But I'm back. It's not about the dead defending themselves. That's why Noodle Mash provokes people. It's about the living having unresolved issues that can never be resolved. I don't give a fuck if somebody's not here to defend themselves. How many fucking times has that person provoked and hurt somebody in a vulnerable moment when they couldn't defend themselves? They were too weak to, or too sad, or too hurt. And she continued to fucking do that. Who gives a shit? I don't give a fuck if you miss her. I don't give a fuck if her family does. I don't give a fuck. Don't care. Do better. Be better. Learn. Learn from your fucking actions. And a lot of those people, again, with my intuition, I will fire back at some of them a lot, and sometimes I'll go low. And then there's other times where God is like, dude, just wait. Okay. And this isn't about being vindictive. This is God saying, you watch your mouth, Robbie. All right. Just wait. That person we're all digging and making our own karma, whether it's good or bad. And I watch these people get fucking hit hard. Some of them just get a little slap on the face. Some of them completely get kicked off the island like CJ did. And then I'm like, damn, God. And I knew too, you guys can go back on my streams. I predicted multiple times. I was like, CJ's not got long left to be around. I told you, I even went down to almost the exact date. It said the end of the month. And I said that a year prior. I also, if you go back further in my stream, said it about 2 or 3 years ago as well. And I see a lot of shitty things for a lot of these people. And that is part of my faith that God is like, because it's incredibly frustrating when you watch really terrible people get away with stuff. So then you get to a crossroads and you're like, God, I want to rip into him, God. And God's like, no, just be patient. Give it time. Vengeance is mine, right? And then you watch it. So when I see people like Amy, I see people, for example, and you guys can write this down and you can test my intuition all you fucking want to and see I am right. There's going to be something huge. And I've been feeling this with Amy specifically. And I've felt this for a very long time. Amy is one of those people who celebrates when people get arrested, or she celebrates when people are homeless or something terrible happens in their relationship. And for the longest time, I almost feel bad for Amy with how my intuition sees it playing out. But I've said it before, write it down because it's coming very soon. And again, this is my intuition. This is not me trying to manifest anything or anything like that, but write it down. I believe, and this is something strongly in my heart that I have felt about Amy for a long time, where I almost want to reach out and give her a hug. She's going to lose one of her children to death. Okay. And her marriage is going to break up. She's going to end up getting arrested. Every single fucking thing that Amy has put out in the world, celebrated, pushed on people. I feel that strongly in my intuition. I believe it's a car accident. Don't quote me, but write it down and you'll see I'm fucking telling the truth. That is something I have felt strongly with her for the longest time. That's why I try not to go so hard on her, but that's what I see happening. And everything she celebrated is going to come back and be worked out between her and God. I believe she's going to get into drugs. I believe she's going to get into addiction. Everything that she has teased people about and all of that stuff, it's going to pile on top of her. And that's what happens in my personal belief with karma. That's how it fucking works. So Amy, have fun while it lasts, like being a terrible fucking person, but you need to start doing better because it's going to come back on you. And unfortunately, God works in very mysterious fucking ways, but in ways that he knows is going to teach you a lesson. So you could just write that down. Granny Fanny, here's what my prediction is with him. You could just write down all these predictions. I believe he's just going to completely disappear. I think he's going to get pinpointed and doxxed so severely. And karma is going to come back to him as far as people going after his loved ones, his family members, like he promotes other people to do. And I truly do believe he's just going to dip the fuck out. And every single person he white knights for is just going to be left here all on their own. Do you remember when Xana passed away a few years ago from cancer, how bad the people she had problems with still trashed her? I remember that name. I don't really remember her passing away. I do remember a girl named Sarah. Was it Serendipity? That woman, I mean, she made fun of every time I struggled with my addiction back then with drinking or relapsing on drugs. She ended up dying from her, I believe it was alcohol, some sort of addiction, right? Didn't she OD or something like that? So be careful what you wish for on people and what you celebrate and how you poke the bear and how you think it's funny when people get arrested and all this stuff, because you are making a list, just like Santa says. And that motherfucker karma is checking that list twice to make sure they X off and put a check mark by every single fucking thing that you have done to somebody. And that's why I'm very confident in my karma. I'm very confident in what I put out in the universe compared to what I get back. So when you hear me going low at somebody or barking at somebody, that is a response to what they have put out in the world towards me. Now, again, what God reassures me of is, dude, I've got it. You don't have to go low. You don't have to fight for yourself. God will fight for you. And God is not after anybody. God is not after Amy or Granny or Country Joe or me or anybody. But you're going to learn your lesson of things that you cannot do by the time you get to heaven. So you need to learn shit, whether it's in this life, the next one, whatever it is, you're going to fucking learn your lesson. That's the way the cookie motherfucking crumbles, folks. That is why I am confident when I run my mouth. That's why I am confident especially when it comes to spirituality. That is the number one thing over my looks that I am very confident in, because God is fucking amazing and he loves you. But you do got to learn shit you can do and shit you cannot. God is the ultimate fuck around and find out. Matter of fact, they should start printing that under the Holy Bible. You know, it says Holy Bible in the cover of New Testament, and on the bottom in parentheses, it should say FAFO. Bitch. I think Amy has a miserable life. That's why she's so obsessed with other people's lives. Well, she is. And, you know, when she was up on my panel, she's like, no, Robbie, it's under a different name, the restraining order. Amy, no, it is not. It is not. I can call right now the courts and say, hey, is there a restraining order on the person that I have one on? And they'll tell me, yes, there is. Or I'll say, is there a restraining order on me? And they will say, yes, there is. Amy's like, well, we put it under the company name. That's fucking bullshit, because the company name includes your name and your husband's, according to you. But it wouldn't fucking matter if Jess K called, because I have the unredacted phone call. She gave every fucking name possible. She said, is there a restraining order on me? Nope, there's not a restraining order on Jess K under that name. Nope, not under your maiden name. So it doesn't fucking matter if she said, does Amy Lavelle or Amy Secor or Amy fucking Carnes, whatever. It doesn't matter what she said. She didn't even have to give your name. All she had to do was say, my name's Jessica, blank, blank, blank. Here's my other names. Does anybody have a restraining order on me? The answer to that question is no. See, Blues Girl has the unredacted call. And these idiots that have played the call and said, oh, that's all chopped up. Yeah, I'm the one who edited it, you dumb fucks. I chopped it up because there was about fucking 40 to 50 minutes on each call of hold music. So I sped up the hold music. I cut some of the hold music out because it was pointless. And I got to the good parts. Every spoken part is said except bleeping out personal information. That's it. Again, if that's not proof enough that there is no restraining order on Jess K. Yeah, she's been arrested. Yes, she's been this. Amy has no legal authority over Jess K. Neither does her husband. Neither does they don't even have a business. It closed years ago because they went like bankrupt. Chad works for one of his friends now, and they live on his property in a fucking little U-Haul fucking trailer thing they turned into a really cute little house. Tiny little fucking house. Anytime Amy's gone on camera, it's been while she's at her daughter's house. If you don't believe me, look up her daughter's address and give yourself a tour like Amy likes to do to other people, and you'll see that I'm telling you the truth. Okay? No, it's a dick dandruff. Sweet, so delicious. So when it comes, just ask yourself this. If you guys are one of those idiots that believes that Amy has a restraining order on Jess K, why is Amy doxing the fuck out of her and provoking her? Why is Amy going at her? Isn't that stupid? Don't you think she wouldn't be doing any of that? Why hasn't Amy called the courts when Jess K has spoke about Amy? Why hasn't she called the police and got her arrested? Because she can't, because there's no restraining order. But you guys are fucking idiots and will believe that anything that comes out of Amy's 12 fucking chins. Amy should move in with Granny Fanny and his mom. Yeah, and when he said his mom's in Florida, she's just on like vacation in one of their little fucking Airbnb things. That's his mother's house. His mother has money, so she's taking care of Granny Fanny his whole life. I believe she had like a chiropractor business or something, and I think she just retired. But that's where that fucking comes from, and that is why he stays outside. Because he doesn't want to embarrass himself and go in the house and let his family hear what the fuck he's doing with his life instead of getting a fucking job. Are you kidding me? Well, okay, so I've met Chad and Amy in person. Amy towers over him. Chad is a really obese, like fat guy, but Amy's bigger than him. And she's like the alpha. I don't know what his zodiac is, but she's a Leo. It's weird. I don't know. I'm traditional, but you know, everybody's different. But it's very weird when the woman towers over the man as like the alpha in the relationship. It just doesn't look right. But that's how it is. And he's just like a quiet guy who cheats on her. And there's receipts for that, by the way. He does cheat on her. Rightfully so. Noodle Poodle tried to peddle the fake RO2. She looks like a fool for that. Yeah, all you got to do is, and to the people that said, no, you can't just call the court and get it. You got to do a special order. That's bullshit. I literally I have an email directly to my victim's advocate that protects me as a victim in my situation. I could just say, hey, I need a copy of the order again. Can you send it to me? Through fucking email if I wanted to. I can call the courts and do that. These people Amy makes excuses for everything. Everything. Instead of just being like, yeah, I fucking lied. She has to keep, because if people started to, much like people did to Jess K, if people that believe Amy started to add up all of her lies, that terrifies her, because then she's going to be like, oh shit, these people aren't going to fucking trust me now, just like everybody else that's dealt with me in the past. So she's going to that is one of her biggest fears. So she has to stay on top of her lies. And if somebody debunks it, she's got to fucking make up another lie to go on top of that. She's a fucking bullshitter. I savage because I don't fucking tolerate fucking abusive pieces of shit. And that's what all these fucking people are. And then what do? When they abuse you enough to get you to your boiling point, or they harass you enough, or go real life on you, or talk about your personal life, or whatever it is that they try to get under your skin, then what do? They clip the people that they've upset, and that is their hobby. No wonder you have 12 chins and smell like fucking pork rinds. Jesus Christ, do something with your life. Get better hobbies. Do something better. You've got Megan VR over there suffering of a fucking heart disease. She's over there cramming cheeseburgers down her throat and fucking stressing herself out by starting fights with everybody. That's going to be an early grave, but that's her fault. Take care of yourself. Hey, Baron. Hey, buddy. How you doing? I woke up with him laying on my chest and his head was under my chin. How we doing? Baron? How we doing? He's getting so big. He's going to be 1 year old next week on the 18th. My little baby. That Country Joe said fucking hates me, my cat. Well, at least he's still around to hate me. So in other words, Robbie, when Amy showed her lovely Christmas decor, she was actually showing her daughters. Yes, and if you don't believe me, just like Amy does, right? Amy likes to look up people's addresses, their family's addresses. She likes to do tours. Go ahead. If we're going by Amy's logic, look up all three of her daughters. Well, one of them is now a son. He thinks he is. Look up their addresses. Do a tour. You're more than welcome to do that. They did it to me. Hell, they doxed my address. Do it. And then compare it to when Amy cammed up. Go do the tour on Zillow, whatever website you need to, and then compare it side by side to when Amy turned on her camera. It's her daughter's home. I'm not fucking lying, bitches. You'll see that I'm right. Please send prayers for Sheila's hip. A moment of silence would be appreciated. Wyoming's hip? Are you talking about Wyoming? What happened to her? I had already been told that that's her daughter's home. Yeah, she does it every time. Okay, so Amy hasn't, like, never had a job. I think she worked for Nabisco or something, like, years and years and years ago. I'm pretty sure it was Nabisco. Anyways, Amy doesn't, her job is she babysits, and she's an in-home babysitter at her daughter's home. That's where she is anytime you hear the grandkids there. Grandkids never come to her home. They never did. I don't think they were allowed to because all the dog and the feces and all that shit that's in Amy's fucking home. And if you don't believe me, Darlene Nikki showed the walkthrough of that shit when Amy got evicted. So you want to talk about people's homes? Well, let's fucking hold everybody accountable. But yeah, anytime Amy is, the grandchildren are there, that's what she does during the day or just anytime her daughter needs her. That is Amy's job. It's been like that for years. Oh, say hi to Baron. And I know she's going to get triggered and make up lies, but I don't give a shit. Hey, Brittany. I don't give a shit. So, but yes, we'll do a moment of silence real quick for, if you're talking about, are you talking about Wyoming? I didn't hear anything about her. What happened to her hip? Let's see. Let me see if she messaged me anything, but we'll do a moment of silence for Wyoming. Okay, I just messaged Wyoming just to be safe, but I didn't hear anything that happened to her hip. Let's see if she responds. Ugh. So anyways, hold on, let me get one. So I'm not even doing the patch. I'm cold turkey, period. We've got some sugar-free lemon flavored candy, and I got some ginger chews. And I got some butterscotch. This is probably what sits on Granny Tranny's fucking mom's coffee table all fucking night. Yeah, feel better, Wyoming. I hope you're okay. I can't tell what's trolling and what's real with you people. Welcome to YouTube, where there's a bunch of fake bitches. That's truly all it is. People with no true interests or talents. They just, it's crazy. It blows my mind. Like, I get it. You get into it with people, you go back and forth or whatever. Every single day, because I really only go live like maybe once every couple of weeks now. Lately, it's been the past couple nights because I've had a lot to say and I'm not editing anymore, so I have time. But it blows my mind that every single day, this is a hobby. This is like a talent to people. And they don't even fucking take a bath or get ready. It's just always like this. The misery, and I'm really OCD, so I know it sounds weird, but all I think about is their chairs, like to their office chairs or whatever they're sitting in the whole fucking time, must smell horrible. My chair smells good. I wash my ball sack 2 times a day in the shower with really good fucking cologne. Smells like Brute. It smells like Brute. This is what my asshole smells like. This is what my ass smells like 2 times a fucking day. 2 times. My ass smells good because I get off of it and I wash it and I flex it and I wipe it and I have a bidet. Not only that, but I fucking wash my house. I clean. My shit smells good. I wash my chair. I spray it down. You gotta wipe your chair down too, motherfucker. You gotta disinfect that shit. You gotta put some odor control on it and get off your ass. I scoop his cat box. I put little air fresheners in his cat box so his little tushy tush smells good. My son smells like a stuffed animal. I spritz this shit in the fucking hallway because we have trash service so it doesn't smell like ass out there. Sometimes I rub it on my ass. I shave my ass. I upkeep. I do shit. I shave my neck, my face. I do my hair. I wash my face. I do facials. I get Botox. It's called fucking upkeep. And it's not shoe polish, Natasha Cooper, which you should invest in some fucking shoe polish for your fucking hair. It's called Just for Men, bitch. You're not invited because you're not a man. Okay, so let me address the Amy's breath thing here in a second. I think it's weird certain people have not been talking about a person, then have to get into it with people because that person has FOMO. Oh, hey Siri, what's FOMO? Fear of missing out. Yeah. You talking about noodle mash? Yeah. Oh, butterscotch makes you have to burp. Oh, sorry about that. Amy calls everyone fat but cries it's her meds that cause her weight gain. Heck, at least own the fact that you're fat. Like Granny Fanny does. He owns the fact that he's hideous, he's fat, he's ugly. Well, then turn on your camera, Granny Fanny. You told Jess K to. What's the problem? Would you scared people are going to call you fatso too, like you call Jess K? 2 fat people calling another fat person fatso. Make that make sense. I'm fat because I love food way too much. I'm fat right now too. This is the fattest I've ever been in my life, and the most out of shape I've ever been in my life. Ever. And I don't care if people are fat. I don't care if people are ugly. I don't care if people's breath stinks. So let me address that real quick and then I'll continue on this. But so yes, Amy's breath does smell. Okay. Is it halitosis? I don't know. But I think what it was Vegas. She was, everybody was drinking nonstop. I don't know if she was smoking cigarettes and vaping and just drinking nonstop. And then we went to eat and we had a lot of food at the buffet. Amy refilled her plate multiple dozens of times. Rightfully so. It's delicious food. But it's just her meds. So yeah, her breath smelled gross. Like if you got too close to her because she was drinking all day. I think it was a mix of cigarettes, bad breath, maybe not flossing. Kind of tasted like, or not tasted. Jesus Christ. It smelled like she doesn't floss. You know that smell that I'm talking about? Have you guys ever like ran out of flossers or like didn't floss one day, or you go to the dentist and they give you that deep floss and you smell that that comes out because it's just been gunk in there? That's what it smelled like. I think she just doesn't floss correctly. So, but yes, I don't care if people are fat. What I do care about is hypocrisy. And people are out here that truly, 98% of all of you, really. If I'm going to talk about one person, even the people I like, I lose a certain amount of respect when people are off camera judging others. And it's not just about their looks, it's about their lifestyle. Or look at the people that are going through Jess K's house. The fuck does your house look like? And I would say everybody's listening right now is cleaning their house so they could cam up and show their house like Sagacious did the other day. Bitch, that's just your fucking living room. I want to see your home. Fuck. Now, I'm over at Oscar's apartment right now. He lives across the street. I'm doing laundry over there, so I'm going to have to go put my laundry in the dryer here in a minute. Shit, I'll fucking do it. Now, I can't show you my closet because my sex dolls are in there and they're naked. So we can't go in there, but fuck it. Let's do it. I do have my fake butthole masturbator in the shower and stuff. Let's do a little tour. This is not planned, so fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. You were tasting Amy in Vegas? Her breath was so bad that I felt like I almost did taste it. It would taste like dirty Comet water, like mixed with bleach, but poop. Have you guys ever smelled when poop mixes with bleach in your toilet? That's what Amy's breath smells like. Just that day, though. Okay? I didn't smell it really any other time. But that one day, it was just, maybe I was just around her too much. I'm like, God, I need a break from her breath. It's bad. But, her breath might smell better today. Who knows? But all we can do is speculate, right? Like she does to people. But it's not okay. People aren't here to defend themselves. Fuck off. All right, you ready? Let's do this, bitch. Let's do it. Let's do it. You ready, Baron? Ready? All right, so I've got my candies right here. All right. Back there, I could organize my cords a little bit better. You don't see any feces on the floor. And I just cut my hair a little earlier, so I put the broom in here because I like to sweep. When this is Mr. Barron's bathroom, I made this closet his bathroom. See, he likes to kick litter out of his cat box, so I definitely do like to sweep that up pretty often throughout the day. But we do scoop it often and put it in little doggy bags and put little powder freshener in there. Right there. Right. All right, let's take a look at could be the filthiest part. Now, I did just cut my hair and I tried to sweep as much hair, but I have black hair. So it's definitely going to need to be swept again. Okay. That's not shit. That's what I dye my fucking face with. It's not shoe polish, bitch. It's this, just for men. Okay, you can get it at the Dollar Tree, folks. Now, here is my bathroom. Now, this is what I was talking about with those are lips. This is for your, you know what? You, that's the vag and the butthole. Okay. I do wash them after I inseminate inside of them. Uh, I have removed my blankets. We are doing laundry at Oscar's house. Okay. If you look here, I do have spray tan all over my bed from when it wipes off your body and you don't have a sheet on there. Okay. We do keep our hamster's cage clean. We do scoop his poop. Okay. Now, all around my home, you will see these wax warmers. They smell fucking amazing, and I put the best scents in my home. All right. Now, my sex dolls are in there, the full body ones. Okay. Here's my closet. We are currently doing laundry. All right. Okay. Go ahead and take a look at my kitchen. This is Baron's little food area with his little fountain and his camera food thing. I'm anorexic, so that is my refrigerator. Basically, we survive on bee pollen complex and tortillas. Okay. All right. Now, I do like to freeze water bottles and suck the shit out of freezing cold water. And I do like waffles, blueberry and chocolate chip, along with a little broccoli on the side. Okay. Now, I do like to dust my cupboards often. There's what Kim got me. I love this cup. Okay. Do you want a house tour? I could take you to the first, second, third floor. That's a Sabrina Carpenter song. All right. There are some things that I do let get disarray, like my junk cupboard. There's just a bunch of fucking bullshit in there. I do like to clean out my microwave, but I mainly use what Gladys got me, and that is my air fryer. Right. And I do like to cover this up because Baron likes to get on that. Okay. I don't really use my oven. So there's that. I do let underneath my sink get disarray as well. Again, you will find no feces. I do like to dust often. Okay. Now we do have trash service. So when I put these out in the hallway every day, almost every day, they come in the hallway and they take my trash for me. All right. There's my family. Okay. Now let's see how dusty this is. It could be dusted again. All right. Look at that. There is more dust, and this was just dusted about 2 days ago. Look at that. Dust. All right. Baron, please do your chores more often. Thank you. I just put one of these in the hallway because the trash smells bad. Look at that. It makes the hallway smell bad when everyone puts their trash out here. You guys want to see how pretty it is outside? Hold on. This is encased with a fire escape. This is my hamster Trump's fire escape backpack. And this is Baron's. Okay. I will be packing them up if there's ever an emergency. Right? Yeah, maybe it is pet dander. I don't know. Let's go look at how pretty it is outside today. See, look, we have a trash chute, but I think it's only for the people the valet trash people to drop in there. Oh. What the? I don't know. Someone put their couch out here. Look at that. I think think my neighbors are moving. Look how beautiful it is today in downtown Denver. This is where Chip Garcia passed away and Cloud Chasers 2. Spoiler. Actually, that was on the 13th floor up there. We're on the 8th. So pretty. I need to go for a jog. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let me see if I could zoom. Can I zoom? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Could see downtown a little better. Look at the mountains. Oh, thank you, Britt. See the snow on top of the mountain still a little bit? That's Cheeseman Park over there where we're gonna do the haunted live stream and do the paranormal stuff. Yeah, it is pretty. It's been like spring weather lately. It's so pretty. Hold on, I'm gonna be nosy really quick. I don't know why their couch is up there. Whatever. Oh. Oh, I think they're being evicted. Shit. Sorry, Oscar was calling. Look who was waiting for me to come back home. Daddy's back. Hi, baby. And he doesn't try to escape. And there's not animal feces or any of that shit. Right, Baron? We keep it clean around here, bitches. Now it's everyone else's turn that likes to judge everyone else. Everyone else's turn that likes to dig through Jessica's video and be like, look at that, look at that. Fuck you. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Colorado is pretty, but I'm gonna move. I think I've decided. I made this decision the other day. I'm pretty much done with probation. Like, I mean, it's complicated, but I'm pretty much like almost, I would say in like 2 months or whatever. And I think when everything's over, I really want to move to Vegas. I don't like the weather out here. I like dry, warm weather. I like touristy places. It's, you know, it doesn't sleep. It's Sin City. I could sell my body if I want to outside the city limits. And they are looking to legalize prostitution here in Colorado by July. If you don't believe me, look it up. So if they legalize prostitution, I might stay. I'm not kidding. This body could make some cash. Hold on, let me look up that law before we go. I do want to offer my services, though, if it's legal. I just feel like I can really contribute to the prostitution community in a beautiful way and really make some extra cash because Papa needs money. Okay, Papa spent a lot of money on these DV classes. All right, so that's how karma comes back to you. Karma, when you're good looking and you work hard to get where you're at, karma comes around and says, you know what? I'm going to legalize prostitution in your zip code area. And I say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you for this gift. Thank you. What a blessing. And if you guys want to knock that, Mary Magdalene was a fucking hoe too, and that bitch made some money. Some shmoney. So don't. I look up to her. I want to be like her. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I want to be like you. Ooh, ooh. New Orleans, yes, that would be nice, but I don't like humidity. And I think New Orleans is pretty humid, right? I don't know if I could handle that. But I would love to go to Mardi Gras. Like, I just feel like Vegas has been calling my name. I need new memories there because I got married there. And I mean, I've had one night stands that were so much more enjoyable than my entire marriage put together. And I have good memories in Vegas, but when I think of Vegas, I'm like, ugh. I love it there, but I'm like, ugh. I need new good memories there. And I really want to live there. I want sunshine and excitement and prostitution, I just really want to move forward in life, move up, next level, I really do want to sell my body. If you think I'm kidding, I don't. But I want to do it the legal way. I'll do men, women. I will offer my services to everyone and anyone who is in need of them. I really want to make a difference and a change in this world. Let me check my Twitter real quick. So if you guys are looking for someone, come July, if it's legalized here or if I move, call me. All right, let me see. What? Oh, Lord. Noodle Mash, get a life. See, that is, baker chick, but I feel like I've come so far that I can, like, really be in any situation to where I don't think that'd be a problem. Addiction capital. No, I really do want to move to Vegas, Brittany. The other option, I mean, I would love to live in Los Angeles, but it's so expensive there, and I'm scared of earthquakes and tidal waves. And California is going into the ocean, by the way. Only a part of it, but LA definitely. That's what I think, and I don't want to be there when it happens. But I do think that's going to happen, like 7 to 12 years. But yeah, I don't want to be there. It's going to be ugly. And yeah, I love the heat and the sunshine. I love that. But yes, I do want to move to Vegas because I do like the dry weather. I like the excitement there. So prostitution bill for Colorado. So let's see. Let's check the status on prostitution in Colorado. Oh, here we go. You guys ready for this? Prostitution bill, Colorado. So Senate Bill 26-097, which aimed to fully decriminalize adult commercial sexual activity in Colorado by July 1st of 2026. Oh, it was abandoned. It was abandoned in March due to lack of support. The bill would have repealed state laws against soliciting and patronizing while keeping penalties for pimping and trafficking. So pimps would be off the table. They would still get in trouble. The goal the bill aimed for to make Colorado the first state to fully remove criminal penalties for consensual adult in-person sex work, treating it as commercial sexual activity rather than a crime. We've got to get support under this bill, folks. Spread the word so we could spread our legs. Hashtag spread the word so we could spread our legs. You have to go to OnlyFans? Yeah. Now I'm sad. How does this woman Noodle have someone's freedom taken over words, a special needs woman to boot, and continue to engage in drama and trash people? And Brittany, it's crazy because Noodle Mash, also what she does is she will sit there and say she's not afraid of Miss Portland. She's afraid of everybody else from the internet that will come after her, but she's out here poking people left and right. Noodle Mash is the biggest instigator, and that's why it's important, in my personal opinion, that her actions and the way she speaks and pokes people out here is brought into the courtroom. What I would like to see in that case, you know, Noodle versus, you know, the state versus Miss Portland, I would love for Noodle Mash's devices to be subpoenaed. Because I do believe, this is my opinion, I do believe that Noodle Mash is part of those troll accounts and those channels that make videos about Miss Portland. Hey, Oscar, hold on one sec, okay? Hang on one sec. I do believe that she's behind a lot of those channels or those conversations, and that needs to be subpoenaed into court. I believe that Noodle Mash's husband's devices need to be subpoenaed. We're talking iPads, phones, anything, to see what is going on behind the scenes of the, but this woman, I guarantee they will find things to incriminate Noodle Mash. That is just my personal opinion. So, I don't want to comment on like if Miss P can be here or not, but I think it's great that she's not on here currently. You know, just to stay away from that abusive woman, Noodle Mash. So, but anyways, Oscar's on the phone. I have to go. I don't know, Noodle, but that's disgusting. She knows Ms. P isn't a danger. Yeah, she just, it's attention for Noodle Mash. That's what it is. It's pretty sad you got to go to those lengths to get attention. But anyways, let's keep the fight going to legalize prostitution in Colorado. Let's really just keep pushing forward. All right. Karma's real, and I got to go. But thank you guys for listening, hanging out, letting me talk about my spiritual beliefs. And have a beautiful, as Cameron Diaz says in The Sweetest Thing, have a lovely night.
No chance, no